Okay, this is a little instructional video on how to replace the screen on a Samsung Galaxy Note. You can see here that all the tools I've used to do this, and this is a challenging fix, but actually it's not that difficult. You just have to be patient and you have to be assertive. And if you have both of those things, you should be able to do this quite easily. This is the back off of a Galaxy Note. Right here, you can see I've taken, and you can follow the other videos on YouTube, but just take the back plate off. It's, I think, 8 screws, and then you pick off the back of it, with going around the edge with a spudger or with your fingernail. Separate the back, take it off, put it to the side. You can actually leave the main board and all the components on it. Don't touch anything. Okay, I took the stylus out, but the tricky thing is to get the screen off the frame, okay? Now, here is my broken screen. No, that is my good screen. Here is my broken screen. You can see very cracked, very broken, bad. Anyway, this is adhered to the frame with glue. And so what you need to do is you need to separate this and peel it off, and you can see it's sticking to it as I touch it. Everything is sticky, ridiculous. Now there's glass all over the table. All this stuff here is all adhesive. This whole ring is adhesive, okay? And so if you look at, let me see if I can get close up here. If you look at this in here, that's all leftover LCD bits, okay? And so you want to make sure all that stuff is out. And how you get this screen off, okay? I'm going to put the new one on. Just to show you, the new one will set it right here. You basically have to dig your fingernail, right, or tool in between the screen, okay? So the screen lines up just like that, right? Hopefully you guys can see this. See that part, that point right there? That's what you have to separate. And you can use either the edge of a screwdriver, okay, and go in here and pry it up, or a spudger, okay, like so, pry it up, or a razor blade, okay, see if I can get that, there we go, right, and then get it in there, right along the edge, and pry it up. And that's the part where I'm talking about you have to be patient and assertive, because it's really, really, really stuck on there, and to peel this thing off is a pain in the butt, alright, but once you get it off, okay, and it's probably going to separate, you're probably going to get glass all over, you can see just like that. You should have the frame with all your parts on it, okay, and your screen, LCD plus the front glass. So the whole thing comes off. It's the front glass plus the LCD. That is actually what you're taking off. And so the other thing to pay attention to, and I just noticed this, is if you're buying a replacement screen off eBay, that first of all, they're not cheap. They're about $200 bucks, I think. But mine are different, and I'm annoyed because they shouldn't be different, but they are. This one has one connection on the board, on the main board. This one has 2 connections on the main board. Why? I have no freaking clue. I did plug this into my board and I turned it on and it did appear to work. The screen lit up, the touch screen worked, the soft buttons worked. So I'm tempted to just throw this on and call it good, but I want to hear back from the guy about the parts for him to make sure. So pay attention to that. Make sure that if your screen has 2 connectors, you want a replacement part with 2 connectors. Although, asterisk, it may actually work with just 1. And so what you're going to do is you're going to peel off this plastic, line this guy up here. The adhesive should still remain, so just slap it on, press it down. It should be nice and flush with your edge. Run that cable through here. Actually, you want to do that before you press it on, so make sure that goes through. Okay, then do it, and then just connect your cable right there. That guy, and if you have 2, it would also be that guy right there. Then throw the back on, put the power in or battery in, and light it up, and it should work. So take that as an example of what you should do and what to look out for. Check my other videos, and don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.